This baby bird looks helpless, tiny, fragile, completely dependent on its parents for survival. At first glance, it seems like baby birds are just born, grow a little, and then magically learn how to survive on instinct alone. No lessons, no training, no teaching, just nature doing its job. But what if that's not true? What if I told you that some birds are secretly training their babies, step by step, like a hidden survival school that almost nobody notices? And it's not just feeding or protection. Some birds teach their babies how to recognize danger before it even happens. Some force them into situations where failure is part of learning. And in some cases, survival depends not on instinct, but on what the parents choose to teach. So the real question is, are baby birds truly born ready for the wild? Or are they quietly being shaped into survivors by something far more intelligent than we ever expected? Let's find out. Welcome back to Bird IQ World, the place where we uncover the hidden intelligence, survival secrets, and unbelievable behaviors of birds that most people never notice. If you love smart animals, mysterious science, and real-world nature stories that feel almost unreal, make sure you subscribe right now and turn on notifications so you never miss what we discover next. Now let's go deeper into something most people completely misunderstand about birds. For a long time, scientists believed something simple. Birds survive mostly on instinct. That means everything they need is already programmed inside them from birth. Fly, eat, escape danger, migrate, survive. But nature is rarely that simple, because when researchers actually studied bird families closely, they found something unexpected. Baby birds don't just know everything. They learn. And in many cases, they learn from their parents in real time. This changes everything. Because if learning is involved, then we are not just looking at instinct, we are looking at teaching. Imagine being a tiny bird in a world full of danger. Every sound could mean death. Every shadow could be a predator. Every movement could be the last thing you ever see. So how does a baby bird know what to fear? It doesn't, at first. That's where the parents come in. Many bird species use specific alarm calls, sharp, unique sounds that mean danger is near. But here's what's fascinating. Baby birds don't just hear these calls, they learn them. Over time, they begin to associate certain sounds, movements, and even shapes with danger. It's like building a survival dictionary. And once that dictionary is built, their chances of survival increase dramatically. But this is just the beginning. Now here's where things get really interesting. Some bird parents don't just protect their babies, they train them through experience. At first, life in the nest is easy. Food comes regularly, danger is kept away, everything feels safe. But then, something changes. The parents slowly reduce assistance. Food becomes less predictable. The young birds are forced to search, observe, and act on their own. At first it feels like neglect, but in reality, it's preparation, because in the wild, nothing is guaranteed, and a bird that depends too much on comfort won't survive outside the nest. So parents gradually introduce difficulty, not to harm, but to strengthen. One of the most shocking moments in a young bird's life is the first flight attempt. It's not gentle, it's not optional, it's forced by necessity. The nest, once a safe home, becomes a place of pressure. Parents stop making it comfortable. They encourage movement toward the edge, and eventually, the baby bird must jump. No perfect timing, no rehearsal, just instinct mixed with fear and survival pressure. And in that moment, everything changes. Because flying is not just a skill, it is freedom or failure. And the parents know this better than anyone. So they don't wait for confidence. They create it through necessity. Beyond flight, some birds go even further. They teach hunting behavior, but not in the way humans might expect. Instead of giving easy food, some parent birds bring live or partially alive prey. Why? Because dead prey teaches nothing. But moving prey teaches timing, focus, patience, strategy. In other words, real survival skills. Other birds teach navigation by leading their young across long distances, thousands of kilometers, through storms, deserts, forests, and oceans. And somehow, They arrive at the exact destination every year. The young birds don't just follow. They learn the route. They memorize patterns. They inherit knowledge through experience. This is not random behavior. This is survival education. But here's something most people miss. This isn't just intelligence, it's responsibility. Because raising a baby bird in the wild is not easy. Every decision matters. Teach too little, and the baby dies. Teach too late, and the baby dies. Protect too much, and the baby never learns. So bird parents exist in a constant balance between safety and independence. And somehow, they get it right more often than we expect. Which raises a deeper question. Is this instinct, or something closer to intelligence? Scientists still debate this. Are birds consciously teaching, or is it just biological programming? But one thing is becoming harder to ignore. Bird behavior often looks intentional, structured, progressive, almost like a lesson plan unfolding over time, from safety to learning, to independence, to survival. And if that's true, then bird parenting is not just nature. It is strategy. Eventually, there comes a moment when the young bird no longer needs its parents. It can find food. It can recognize danger. It can fly long distances. It can survive alone. And the parents step back, not because they stopped caring, but because their job is complete. They didn't just raise a bird, they built a survivor. So the next time you see a baby bird, don't just think of it as something weak or helpless. Think of it as a student in training. Learning lessons we are only beginning to understand, because in the world of birds, survival is not luck. It is learned. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think birds are truly intelligent teachers? Or is everything we saw just instinct playing out in nature? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into bird intelligence, make sure you subscribe to Bird IQ World for more unbelievable animal behavior, hidden survival secrets, and mind-blowing science stories. Because the next video might change the way you see nature forever. See you in the next one.